Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Let's start our next video class with the next video topic, and the topic is disadvantage of cloud computing. What are the disadvantages of cloud computing? I will tell you all. But before that, I tell you that what I had taught in the previous video lectures. I had explained you all about the cloud computing, then characteristics of cloud computing, then after that types of cloud and the advantages of cloud. These topics you are being taught by me in the previous video lectures. Now today I will teach you all the disadvantage of cloud computing. As you all know, where there is advantages, there must be some disadvantages also. So today we will discuss about the disadvantages of cloud computing. Technical issues. The first one. Cloud may provide accessibility to services and applications anytime and from anywhere, but there are times when these systems encounter serious technical problems, which may lead to the entire business process being temporarily suspended. As one of the biggest example I will give you, whenever we go to the bank and they say server has been failed. This is the biggest problem we are facing. Sometimes what happen? You want to search any data, but Google said search not found. You want to play the video of your teacher, but Google says what? It is not able to start. Okay, or YouTube says not able to start. So these problems when comes, that is known as technical issues. Then security. The security is also one of the biggest problem. Although cloud service providers implement the best security standards and encryption methods, but storing the company's sensitive data and import files on third-party cloud providers always opens up security risk. The hackers, due to it is stored on a storage or somewhere, so that's why the hackers, those who want to access the data, they can easily access it. So, but we cannot say that it's very easy to hack the amount, but it is hacking many times. Next, vendor lock-in. Although cloud service providers assure that the cloud will be flexible to use and integrate, but switching from one cloud service to another is not so simple. It may lead to the portability and support issues. It is the same like switching from one mobile service provider to another, or like switching from Android to iOS in mobile phones. From one system to another, switching always is been a problem. Suppose you are living in a rent house and you want to switch it from one house to another. In that case, what happens? You will face problems, serious problems. Problems of what? The switching is always creating a problem, because you are settled with that network or you settled with that home, but now you have to settle yourself with the new home. Next, limited control. Since the cloud infrastructure is entirely owned, managed and monitored by the service providers, the consumer has very little control over the applications, data and services. Okay, so there are very less, means we can say there are very limited control access has been given by the service provider. Now the next topic is now in the next topic we will discuss about some cloud computers where we store our data. In your mobile also these facilities has been given. The first one is OneDrive. The OneDrive gives us the facility to store up to 5 GB data without any cost. Now let me see, is the space has been increased or not. I'm going to read it out. OneDrive is a free online storage, as I told you, facility offered by Microsoft. As the name suggests, you can use this drive as your own personal hard drive, where you can store all photos, videos, documents and much more in an organized manner. Organized means you can access it at any time. Second thing, it is been if organized in a proper order, then the accessibility of that item is very easy. Then after that, it allows the user to specify whether the files are to be kept private, shared with contacts, or made public. It is a password protected area in the cloud that allows users to upload and synchronize data to cloud storage and then access it from the web browser anytime, anywhere on all devices like PC, tablet, or phone. Microsoft offers 5 GB free storage to all its OneDrive user. It provides various other storage plans to upgrade the storage. As I told that it is totally free, but up to 5 GB only. After 5 GB, if you want to store your data, then in that case what you have to do? You have to buy the space. You have to upgrade your plan, and after upgrading you can store your data more than 5 GB. Okay, so this is called OneDrive. OneDrive is the space which has been given by the Microsoft to their users for storing their photos, videos, documents on a cloud. And if you want to enhance your space, then you can easily enhance it by using simply what? By using some upgradation plan. Then accessing OneDrive, how you can access OneDrive? To use and access OneDrive, you are required to have a Microsoft account. You can either create an account. This is the steps has been given by which you can access your data. This I am going to read it by your book. And then it is used to access OneDrive or to visit onedrive.com and sign into your account. If you do not have Microsoft account, then sign up for free to create an account. Follow these given steps. As you are creating the email ID, Gmail account, in the same manner you can create your own account, and after that whatever amount of data you want to store, you can store there, and anywhere from any point you can access it. Visit onedrive.com and click on the sign up for free tab. A new web page opens up. Click on the create a Microsoft tab. Then after that enter a valid ID and password and click on next. A new web page. Valid means a ID which has been validated by the cloud computers, that these names has been not been used for the, previously, because the same name cannot be allotted. So you must have to be careful about it. A new web page appears, prompting you to enter a code that has been sent to your email ID. Type the code to verify your email ID. The OneDrive homepage appears. You can now create new Office documents online or upload your existing files or folders to your OneDrive by dragging and dropping the files on this page. So this is the whole procedure by which you can create your OneDrive account and you can access the data, whatever data you want to access from anywhere. But first of all you have to store it. One major benefit of this is what? By this you can store your data, and whenever you are going to sign in, after that what happens? You will get your data back up. Okay, it is also works as a backup. So this is the explanation about OneDrive and how to sign up in the OneDrive. This is also I have taught. So for today it is more than enough. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you all. Thank you.